to show you my face routine, like my foundation, my blush, my powder, concealer, all that stuff. I wanted to show you that and how I do it. So first step is I moisturize, have a clean face, moisturize it. Then usually, so I have time to let my eye primer set in, I'll apply my e.l.f. Mineral eyeshadow primer to my eyelids and let that sit. But since I'm not showing you my eyes, just that's a heads up there that I do that first. Then I use my e.l.f. Corrective Concealer Palette. This is only like $3, and I don't use the beige colors that it comes with, just because it's not my skin tone, but I use the green to hide the red, and I use the peach to hide the bluish purple dark under eye circles. So I'm just going to use the peach color, the peachy pink color, and dab it under my eyes. And whatever red spots I have, I put the green on. And if it shows up like really green, don't worry, we're going to cover that up with the foundation. Alright. Then I add my Almay Bright Eyes eye base and concealer. And normally I used to use this as an eye primer, but since I got the Mineral e.l.f. eye primer, I don't use that anymore. So now I use this as an under eye concealer because it brightens up my eyes. And there we go. I have really bad dark under eye circles, so gotta use whatever I can. And then I use my foundation, and in my last September favorites I showed y'all my Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse foundation. Now I apply this with a sponge because if you apply too much it becomes really cakey. With any foundation mainly, it'll become too cakey. So I just lightly dab it and just kind of dab all over my face to get it on there. But the reason why it gets really cakey, I think, is like it's really moussey, and then when you add moussey, it's really creamy and like mousse, and whenever you add too much, it turns into powder, and that makes you look cakey. So I'm just going to blend this after I pat it all that I want, and I don't use hardly anything. Like, I use enough, and then especially in the spots that are red, I'll use more, and just kind of blend it, and blend it down to the neck. Blend it, and I add a little bit more to under my eyes so it doesn't look like I have white eyes. Into my forehead, and just the key to any foundation or anything is to blend, especially down to the neck, because otherwise you're just gonna have a line. So if you can see, I'm just blending it. Alright, and then I will add another foundation product. It is my e.l.f. Mineralized foundation, and I've talked about this before, how it comes up too orange, but I find this works really good with that mousse foundation. So I just swirl it around in the top lid. I don't think I got enough. Oh, now I got too much. A little too much. Tap off all the excess. Okay. And then I just swirl that all around my face. And that gives me more of a bronzy look without using bronzer, because I don't like using bronzer that much. So I use this to create the tanned look. Alright. Just apply that all over my face. Let's put this back. Got it all over the place. And I heard mineralized foundation works good wet, but I've never tried it, so you have to let me know if it works. Then I add my Maybelline Dream Mousse blush in Rose Petal, and this blush made me want to get the foundation because of the consistency. I use, sorry, I'm not trying to flip you off, I use a little bit, and I apply it with with my fingers, or you could use a sponge. Find it easier just to apply with my fingers. And I apply a good amount to where I kind of look like a clown. I wouldn't say exactly like a clown, but the reason I do that is so you can see it through my powder that I'm about to put on. I use the e.l.f. What's the Corrective concealer? Whoops. The e.l.f. Complexion Perfection. And this gets rid of redness, which will include the blush. So I apply that over the top of it to soften it up. And I apply this all over my face. And this just is like my finishing powder, so that's everything. I don't add any bronzer or anything like that. And I think this makes me look like I'm not wearing a bunch of makeup because it's not caked on. And you just finish with your eyes and your lips, but that's how I do my face routine.